Hello and welcome to episode 8 of the Alex.Nunemaker Mortgage Podcast for the week of August 1st, 2022. In market news, hey, here's some good news. Rates overall have been moving downward. Even today, I'm recording this on Tuesday, we've seen rates tick up a little bit, but overall they're down, which is a welcome trend for home buyers out there. They're down about 3/8 to 0.5%. But what does this decrease in interest rate actually mean for your home buyers? Let's quantify it. So that means for a $500,000 purchase, their payment has gone down about $150 a month, or your average client has probably gained about $20,000 to $25,000 in purchasing power, which is great news. In other news, I've seen a report out there. There was a study done by ATTOM, ATTOM. They track new foreclosure filings in the first half of the year. And they're saying, I'm seeing different headlines. I don't know where they're getting their percentages from, and it seems to vary from 150% to 300%. So either way, it sounds really scary, these huge percentages where they're saying foreclosure filings are up drastically from last year, which sounds scary, and it probably gets people to click on the article. Well, let's break this down. So in 2021, the first half of the year, there were 65,000 foreclosure filings. This year, there were 165,000, which is obviously a big increase. But what's missing from this article and the study, it's kind of buried in there, is the all-important context. What did we have in 2020 and 2021? We had foreclosure moratoriums. So that means those years were incredibly low because you basically couldn't foreclose on a home. So if you look back over recent years prior to the pandemic, 165,000 foreclosures represents the lowest reading by far that we've seen in recent history. So really, we're just getting back to normal levels. So if you see someone tagging this as a huge foreclosure wave that's coming, be sure to hit them up with these facts. And now for your mortgage tip. For those of you who know me, you know that I'm passionate about serving veterans and the military community. I actually just taught a class at a local brokerage on VA loans, and I wanted to share a tip that I shared with them that'll help you determine whether a VA pre-approval letter that you maybe just got on the listing is going to make it to the finish line. And I'm going to give myself a plug here. If you'd like me to teach a class on VA loans, I would love to do that for your company. If you're interested, let me know. So first, let's start off. I am upfront in saying that the lending industry has a huge problem with training specifically for VA loans. They're not any harder or more difficult than any other loan, but just like any other loan program out there, in the hands of the wrong lender or the wrong loan officer, things can go sideways pretty quickly. And that's a huge problem that VA saw. And this is going to be crazy when you hear me say this, but lenders were issuing pre-approval letters. And even worse, they were processing loans that were under contract, ordering appraisals, spending the veteran's money, and letting the loan process get way down the road before they were ordering one of the most basic documents needed for knowing whether someone is even eligible for a VA loan. And that's what's called the Certificate of Eligibility, or a COE. So this piece of paper is the golden ticket for a VA loan. This tells the lender whether the veteran is eligible, if they're receiving disability income, whether they need to pay a funding fee, and all other sorts of important information they'll need to accurately process a loan. Why any lender would issue a pre-approval letter without one of these is really mind-blowing, especially considering that most COEs can be obtained almost instantaneously online from the VA. So why am I telling you this? So if you have a listing, the easiest way to assess whether the loan officer on the other end knows what they're doing is to ask them, do you have a certificate of eligibility in hand? And if they say they don't know what that is, or no, they don't have it, they haven't gotten it yet, they shouldn't have issued a pre-approval letter, and you need to walk away from that lender as soon as possible, or put their client in touch with me. We can, as I said, order a certificate of eligibility almost instantaneously in most cases. So there's no excuse for a lender to not have that and be issuing a pre-approval letter. Finally, the quote of the week. Passion gives you the energy, persistence, and focus to overcome failures, mistakes, and rejection. That's by Tom Corley. So let's stay passionate, folks. If I can help you or any of your clients with any questions, pre-approvals, let me know. They can visit me at homeloanswithalex.com. Have a great week.